Spurs fans, I'm really keen to hear from you guys. Harry Kane has been fined today after refusing to turn up to training today. Obviously, he's first blow that he's struck on Levy and Spurs in his attempts to get out of the club this summer and force through his move to Manchester City. Perry Grove thinks that it's the first in what will be a battle that he will win. I'm not so convinced. I think Levy will stand firm until he gets his money. I'm not convinced City will put down the full 160. So I can see.
Right, so it's simple. You think that come August the 31st, Harry Kane will still be a Tottenham Hotspur player?
I think there's a high chance of that happening.
I don't think there's no chance.
Okay, all right. Spurs fans, give us a call. 08717 22 33 44. Let's speak to Nick, the Spurs fan. Good evening, Nick.
Yeah, good evening, boys.
Hello, Nick.
Hello. I think that Harry Kane's been badly advised.
Go on.
I think probably somebody at Man City has said, look, Harry, we don't want to pay much more than 100 million for you.
You got to force this
through.
through.
Make a bit of a fuss, and then Spurs will maybe drop the price. And a couple of things that Perry said. One I agree with and one I don't. Yeah, he won't ask for a transfer. Perry's spot on because he's probably got a loyalty bonus into his contract. But the thing that Perry said that I just slightly disagree with is he said when Modric kicked up a fuss, he got his move to Real Madrid 3 days later. The year before, he wanted to go to Chelsea. Chelsea bid 40 million. He kicked up a fuss and Levy said, no, you're not going to go to Chelsea. And it was a year later when he went to Real Madrid. Now,
He refused to go on a tour. Modric refused to go on a tour to America.
Yeah, but Chelsea bid for him the year before he went to Real Madrid. And he wanted to go to Chelsea, but it was 40 million. But Spurs said, we're not selling you. And he had to dig in, and then they sold him to Real Madrid a year
for
later.
31.
Well, yeah, but they wouldn't.
That's not good business then, is it?
What I'm saying is, but the thing is, Levy, and I agree with Jordan, Levy would dig his heels in. Now, we don't know if he's going to be a Spurs player on August the 31st. I wouldn't be surprised if he still was, because if Man City don't pay the money, then Levy will probably say, look, Harry, Man City are one of the richest clubs in the world. Surely, if they want you, they'll fork that money out. So, there's a long way to go, but I think he's been badly advised doing it like this.
Cheers for the call, Nick.
Nick's right. You want to leave in the right way, but I think this is where Harry Kane's got to with the frustration. And as I said, if someone... This gentleman's agreement, hasn't just been made up. You know what I mean? It's just put in the papers where Harry Kane thinks he had a gentleman's agreement from last season, give us one more season with Pochettino. And if he thinks that Levy's reneging on that, that makes you even more stubborn. That makes you even more principled.
Or just naive.
No, I don't think... No, you can't call... Harry Kane's 20. He's been around the game.
No, I mean naive to think that a gentleman's agreement is going to get in the way of 160 million
pounds.
No,
he's not. But the thing that everybody's missing as well, Spurs are skint. They need the money. And I know that Daniel Levy's going to push for the 160. In the end, it could be 140.
Yeah.
You know, right, all right? They need the money not only to pay for players to get players in, they've got that... It is a fantastic stadium to pay for. So Daniel Levy can be as stubborn as what he wants, to get the price up. Harry Kane has been talking, and his people have been talking to Man City and said, we want you. We're going to have, obviously, Jack Grealish, and we want you. I'm not so sure about him. Nick said there that he won't put in a transfer. I think he might have to come to that, where if he wants to move that badly, that he's going to get a big wages and big sign.
I was going to say, maybe City will make up the difference.
Well, exactly.
If you're going to lose 15 million, we'll give you 10 of it.
Yeah, exactly. But even then, Harry Kane will have to make a decision and go, well, this isn't about money. This is about me winning trophies and me being successful and me playing in the Champions League. He's had the taste of England getting to the Euros final and meeting all these players. You don't think all the players in England... Man City players in England, they all talk.
Of course they do.
Get yourself up here.
Of course they do. Let's go through a few calls. Spurs fans, keep your calls coming in. 08717 22 33 44. Let's speak to Robert now. Robert, what's your thoughts on this? Do you think that Kane is doing what he's got to do, or do you think that he's out of order? If the answer's no and City won't pay up, you ain't going anywhere.
I've got to agree 100% with everything that Perry Groves has said.
There's a first.
Yeah, that's the biggest mistake.
Sorry, I just think there's a gentleman's agreement gone on somewhere, and I don't think we'll ever see Harry Kane in the Spurs shirt again. The reason for that being, as I say, I think somewhere along the line, Levy and Kane have had a little chat previously to the Euros, and I think maybe not this season, the seasons previously where Tottenham haven't won a trophy. They've not been consistent in the top four, let's just say, compared to City, Liverpool, the bigger sides, if you like. No disrespect to Spurs. And I just think it's got to the stage now where Harry Kane's looked at, I think he's 28, is he not?
28 last week, yeah.
28, yeah, and I just think he's looked at it now and think to be one of the greats. I think he's got the talent to be up there with Ronaldo and Messi, but I think compared to what the top lads have won in the game, Harry Kane's got to go somewhere, with all due respect to Tottenham, that are going to win trophies season in, season out.
Absolutely.
Just the call, Gary. I want to get through a few more. Robert, sorry. I want to get through some more calls from Spurs fans. I speak to Kate, the Spurs fan. Good evening, Kate.
Hiya.
Hello, Kate.
What are you making of how Kane is conducting himself? Is this the right way to get his move, or do you think that, listen, he's done his time at Spurs, as Perry was saying there, he's almost earned this move, and he's not getting any younger. He's just doing what he's got to do.
I agree he's earned a move, and I think every Spurs fan will, agree that he deserves to win some trophies, but I don't agree with what he's doing at all. I think it will tarnish his reputation at Tottenham by doing this. If he signs a 6-year deal and thinks or thought to himself, if in 3 years we haven't won anything or we're not in the Champions League, then I want to go, then he should have had that clause put in his contract. I mean, I think if he had a proper agent rather than his brother, no disrespect to his brother, but I think something like that would have been implemented. But now it just looks like he's throwing his toys out the pram. And as England captain and Tottenham vice captain, I just don't think it's the right thing to do.
Do you think he thinks he's got no choice, though? Because Daniel Levy will play on the emotions of him being a Tottenham boy. And
no, because he should go back to City and say, look, you want to spend 100 million on Grealish. Harry Kane's worth more than Grealish. So if they want him that bad, they can afford him. They can buy who they want. So they can cough up the 150. The sooner the better, please, if he's going, so that we can invest in the squad we've got. Son's just signed a new contract, so he's going to be the main man.
Yeah.
Up front for us, but we need it done soon. I don't want it being a last-minute thing like Berbatov. Someone walks out the door and you haven't got any time to replace him. Let him go. Get City to pay the money, not peanuts, 100 million. We want 150 million, not a penny less.
I like it.
And then he can go.
You should be doing negotiations.
Yeah, Kate wants 150
leave
and nothing
out,
less. You're not going anywhere.
Kate in.
Indeed. Spurs fans, keep your calls coming in 08717 223344. You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT in partnership with Bet365.
The Sports Bar with Andy Goldstein and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday night from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.